Welcome back to another video, Spice Fam. Today I will be showing you how I make salted mackerel, and I will be doing some corn dumpling to go along with it. This is traditionally an Easter special, but simply because I was unable to get it at that time, I am now doing it now that I was able to get some from the market. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Put on your post notification bell so you don't miss each time I do an upload. Also, thank you so much for always being here. To my new subscribers, we say welcome. To the old ones, we do appreciate you as always. Let's get into this video. Hi guys, so we are going to start off by prepping the mackerel. So I got these fresh mackerel from the market. I think we paid around I think it was $45 a pound or so for it. So this is what it looks like, and I have two. So there's two here. So I'm thinking maybe I should do both of them or just one. I'm not sure. But anyhow, we are going to prep this. I think I'll do both. Yeah. So we'll prep this. Let's go. I just like to just run the water over it like this, and then I have my pot right here. I'm just going to place that in there. Oops. Just like that. And I'm just going to add some water to it, and I'm going to put in the other one. Let me just remove this quickly. Put in the other one as well. So we are cooking both of them. So next I'm going to add in some vinegar, and that basically helps to cut that fresh scent. Alright, lime can be used as well. So I'm just going to use, oops, and throw that in here. And we are going to boil it for roughly 15 minutes or so to get rid of some of that salt. Once it's boiled, I will come back to show you the next step. These are some of the seasonings I will be using today. Here I have some onion, garlic, I have some bell pepper or sweet pepper, and some pimento peppers, as well as I have some green onion or chives, and I have also some cheddar beni, and of course I do have my tomatoes. So what we are going to do is to prep it. I'm going to wash it out, and I will of course show you that process. So let's get to it. Here are the seasonings. It's chopped nicely and so forth. I did leave my onions a little bit on the chunky side because I like it. I like to see it like that. And also I did chop up my tomatoes. All right, so we are going to set that aside, and then we are going to move on to the next step because we have to make our cornmeal dumplings. So let's move on. So here is our mackerel, and it's been roughly 15, well, actually 20 minutes. Let me just 1 second, y'all. Yeah, so it's been about that time, and this is what our mackerel looks like. It can be pulled apart now, as you can see. So I am going to turn off the stove, and we are going to drain out that water and allow it to cool before we move on to prepping it with the seasonings and all of that. So while we are making our corn dumpling, I'm just going to put on the water to boil. So by the time I'm finished with this bowl, I'm going in with some water followed by some sugar to help with the flavor profile. I'm also adding in some salt to balance out the flavor. Then I'm just going to give that a quick mix, and next we're going in with our cornmeal or corn flour. And I'm also going with some all-purpose flour. I'm just going to start off by mixing with the spoon, and then as I go along I will transition to using my hands. And of course, I think I did mention it before, but I will leave a link in the description box below with the ingredients and the quantity of what I used. So I will continue to do that until I shift to my hands. So this is our cornmeal dumpling. I use cornmeal or corn flour dumpling, and the camera actually is not doing it justice, y'all. It's actually yellow in color, pale yellow. So what I'm going to do is just break it down into smaller pieces. You can make it into any size or a shape that you want. And please excuse my hands, y'all. I have been in the water, so it's a bit on the dry side. Alright, so you can, as I said, form it into any shape that you would like it to be. Alright, you can make it into big, like round big, or you can make the regular dumpling, or even little balls. It's up to you how you want your shapes to be like. Alright, so I will leave a link in the description box below, sorry, with the recipe, what I use, how much of what I use. So I will check on the water to see if it's ready. Once it's ready, we will add in, make our dumplings, and then add it into the water to cook. So here's our water. It's not quite there just yet. We'll give it a couple more minutes, and then we will come back and add in our dumplings. So y'all, the water is boiling. The water is boiling, so I'm just going to show you that you can also make a baked dumpling. As I said, any shape or size that you want. Oops, don't want to go too close to the pot, y'all. You'll get burned. And the heat is great. So just wanted to show you all. So this is what one looks like. It's kind of like a tongue, I suppose. And then the normal way, which is just do it just like that. Yeah. Put it in like that. No, I did not add any water to the any salt, sorry, to the water, simply because I've already added some salt to the dumplings. All right, so yeah, I think I'm just going to make another one of the bake and add it in there. As I said, any shape of choice is always welcome, depending on what you like. All right, so yeah, so we are going to allow that to cook, and then I'll cover it, and then we'll allow it to cook, and then move back to the mackerel. So here is the mackerel, y'all, and as I said, it's nice and soft. Now the good thing about this is that there are bones, but not a whole lot of bones. All right, so what I'll do, I'll just try to take out as much of the bones as I can. Yeah, all right, that's what you want to do. Just like that. As you can see here, there are bones, so yeah. And if you would have had a bad experience with fish in general, because I would have had that while I was very young, well, in my younger days I should say, I had an incident with fish bones being stuck in my throat, and so I have, because of that, I did not eat fish for years, y'all, like crazy. If you do have any fish stories, you can always comment and let me know down below. But of course, as the years went by, I started back eating fish and just being a little bit more cautious as to the bones and so forth. So yeah, all right, so I will finish off and I will come back and show you what it looks like. So here is the mackerel all cleaned. I took out, sorry, as much bones as I can from the mackerel. So there may be still some bones in between as well as some of the skin. So I did try to remove some of that as well. Alright, so let's move on.
Oil. Any oil can be used.
Here our dumplings is done. I did remove it from the heat, and I'm going to turn it out just now. But let's move on to preparing the mackerel.
You want to give that a really good mix until it's well combined. And once that is done, we are going to allow it to simmer or saute, that's it, yeah, saute for a couple minutes, and once that is done, I'll come back to show you the next step. After a couple minutes, add in your tomatoes and then mix that as well. So you want to mix it really well, and then we are also going to allow it to saute for a couple more minutes before we add in the salted mackerel. So this is what our tomato seasoning mixture looks like, and it is time to add in the mackerel. So here's the mackerel, and I did try to keep it as big as possible. I didn't want to crush it too much, so I add that in, and next I'm just going to mix it around.
Once you're going to add the mackerel to the vegetables and the tomatoes, you want to gently mix it around because you don't want the mackerel to mash up further. Alright, you don't want it to break up further. So I'm gently going to mix it around, and of course you can add in any additional seasonings that you may want. So I am going to add in some cayenne pepper, of course. You know, if you have scotch bonnet, that can be added as well for that extra flavor, as well as pepper sauce, hot pepper sauce that is. Alright, depending on what you would prefer. So I will go ahead and add that in, and of course I'll give it a quick taste to make sure that the salt content is good. And then, yeah. Here is our salted mackerel all done. So I just turn off the heat on it. What I'm going to do is to go ahead and I will plate and come back to show you the final product.
And then of course I top it off with the mackerel as well as some of the seasoning that I left remaining. So I really do hope that you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment below, let us know what you think. See you in our next video. Bye.